Hello student, very good morning to all of you. How are you? I hope you all are happy, healthy and fine at home. Do you remember what were we discussing yesterday? I think yesterday we have seen different intermediate form within the different rearrangement reaction. What kind of the intermediate are formed, such as nitrogen intermediate, carbon intermediate or isocyanate intermediate via different electron deficient atoms such as carbon, nitrogen and oxygen. This type of the different rearrangement reaction we have discussed in our previous lecture in short, but here the different rearrangement reaction we are going to discuss today. And first rearrangement reaction which we are going to discuss is this one. Look at the blackboard. You can see here Beckmann rearrangement. Such kind of the different rearrangement reaction we are going to study in our different lectures. So today the detailed rearrangement reaction of Beckmann. What do you mean by the Beckmann? And at the beginning I already told you that the rearrangement reaction are given the name after the scientists who invented them. So these rearrangement reaction, Beckmann rearrangement reaction, what are the starting material or what is the precursor he has taken, and how the mechanism involved, what kind of the product we will be getting, and how the stereochemistry involved in it, what are the catalysts, whether this reaction carried out in which medium. So that type of the point, important point we are going to discuss. Once you pay the attention from the beginning, you can remember these Beckmann rearrangement forever in your lifetime. So first one, let us see the definition of Beckmann rearrangement reaction. The rearrangement of enzymes under the influence of variety of acid catalysts to give N-substituted amide is known as Beckmann rearrangement reaction. Let's see once again the definition of the Beckmann rearrangement reaction. The rearrangement of enzymes under the influence of variety of acid catalysts to give N-substituted amide is known as Beckmann rearrangement. So enzyme derivative you already learned in your previous class, such as at SYBSc level there are 5 ammonia derivatives. You already, first one, ammonia, we know that the structure of ammonia NH3, one of the hydrogen atom get replaced by NH2, then the derivative, then the reagent form ammonia reagent is a hydrazine. If that one of the hydrogen atom get replaced by OH hydroxyl group, then we can call it as a hydroxylamine. If there is a NHPH, then we can call it as a phenylhydrazine, semicarbazide, then 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazine. These are the different reagents and they are very, very susceptible or the reactive toward the carbonyl compound. They get reacted immediately and form as a product that is called as a derivative, and whatever the derivatives are obtained, they are always in a solid form, and therefore these enzymes will be obtained from the starting material, maybe as aldehyde or the ketone which containing the carbonyl group. Among the aldehyde and the ketone, we generally comparing the reactivity between aldehyde or the ketone, which one is a more reactive, because the reactivity depend upon the carbonyl group and both containing as a carbonyl group, and if you compare the reactivity between aldehyde and the ketone, you will find aldehyde are more reactive than the ketone, and there are the different factors responsible for the reactivity of that carbonyl group that we are not going to discuss over here. We already discussed these in our, you already learned these factors in your previous classes. So here the Beckmann rearrangement reaction which we are studying, the rearrangement of enzymes under the influence of variety of acid catalyst to give N-substituted amide is known as Beckmann rearrangement reaction. Now let us see here one general reaction. Generally the enzyme derivative, suppose let us see here R, then C double bond N OH, and here we can call it as a, here maybe as a R dash, and this is known as a enzyme derivative. Enzyme derivative, you can call it as a derivative, and these derivative generally used as a starting material or the precursor or the substituent or the substrate as a starting material, and it will be treated with catalytic in an acidic medium. Acid used as a catalyst here. This reaction carried out in acidic medium, and the resulting compound formed will be R, then C double bond O, NEH, and here the R, let me show this R dash, here will be the R dash. So this we are getting N-substituted amide. This is another derivative we got. Here is we got as a amide as an derivative or N-substituted amide. This is a catalyst, acid used as a catalyst over here, and different acidic catalysts used in this particular reaction. The main point you should remember here, how that enzyme derivative get converted into as a amide, N-substituted amide, you can call it here N-substituted amide, which we got over here. And now if you see the mechanism here, if you observe this structure carefully, N-substituted amide, or just you can call it as a amide. See here, C double bond O NH, that is a amide group, and amide, as we know that even though it containing as a nitrogen atom are found to be neutral in nature. Why that amides are neutral in nature? Remember here, the lone pair which is present on the nitrogen atom is not available for donation. It is engaged or it is involved in a delocalization because there is a carbonyl group is present, and that oxygen atom is a more electronegative than the nitrogen atom, and therefore that lone pair is get pulled toward the oxygen atom, and we are getting this type of the that's why amides are found to be neutral in nature, because general statement regarding as a organic basis is like this: those organic compound containing nitrogen atom are found to be basic in nature, because there are the few exception. The few exception means amides, even though containing as a nitrogen atom, but they do not show the basic property at all, because the lone pair which is present on the nitrogen atom is not available for donation. It is involved in a delocalization, and due to this reason amides are found to be neutral in nature. Remember some noteworthy point regarding this Beckmann rearrangement reaction. This reaction seem to be very simple, but it plays very important role as far as the synthetic organic chemistry is concerned. And there are the various, here one thing remember, OH, and there carbon nitrogen double bonds are there, and this is a oxime derivative OH. Due to the acid nature of that catalyst, that hydroxyl group of that oxime get protected, and that hydroxy group after the protection it get converted into as a water molecule, and that water molecule get departed from the, and the driving force behind it, that R group is attached to that nitrogen atom, pushing the leaving group completely detached from nitrogen, and nitrogen is found to be electron deficient in nature, and the driving force is generated over there. Now let us look at first one, how the mechanism of that Beckmann rearrangement reaction occur here. That NH plus H the catalysts which are generally used here are phosphorus pentachloride is the most commonly used catalyst for Beckmann rearrangement, PCl5, that is a phosphorus pentachloride, PCl5. The phosphorus pentachloride is the most commonly used catalyst for Beckmann rearrangement. The other acidic catalysts that can be successfully include: number 1, H2SO4 means sulfuric acid. Second one is a polyphosphoric acid, which has the formula in a bracket HOPO2OH n time, then H. Third one is a formic acid. Fourth may be thionyl chloride. Fifth may be benzene sulfonyl chloride, PHSO2Cl. Sixth one is a SO3 sulfur trioxide. seventh one silica means SiO2 etc. are the acidic catalysts used for the Beckmann rearrangement reaction. The proposed mechanism for Beckmann reaction is as follows. Let us look at the mechanism. This is a general reaction. We have seen the proposed mechanism for Beckmann rearrangement reaction that we are going to discuss here. Mechanism, let's see here. First one, oxime. We know that oxime will be obtained from the ketone. Suppose we have a starting compound is R C double bond O, then R dash is a ketone, or R dash C double bond O, then it will be treated with H2NOH. This is a hydroxylamine. We will be getting as a, this is ammonia derivative, and we will be getting R C double bond NOH. Then R here is R dash. Now the resulting compound is formed as a oxime derivative. This one will be the oxime derivative, and this oxime derivative further treated with H plus. The resulting compound is formed will be R C double bond O, then NH R dash, that we are going to see here. Then now R C double bond O NH R. Here let us see the mechanism of this Beckmann rearrangement reaction. Look at the mechanism carefully. Here R, then C double bond N OH, here R dash and R, then it will be treated with H plus. Now what is happening here? The lone pair which is present on heteroatom oxygen, it will pick up that proton, and we will be getting R C double bond N, then OH, 2 positive charge over here, and then this as it is. And now there will be a migration of that R group. This R group migrate from here to electron deficient nitrogen atom, and there is a departure of leaving group. OH to water is a leaving group, and we will be getting here R C triple bond N, then R dash. The positive charge now comes on that carbon atom. Now the lone pair which is present over here, we can show this double-headed arrow indicate the resonating structure. This lone pair form as a triple bond here, and we are getting R C triple bond N R dash. Now nitrogen atom exceed the bond here. Normally, usually nitrogen has a 3 bond, but if you see this structure carefully, there are the 4 bond, and therefore positive charge comes on that nitrogen atom. Now we can show as an here this structure, that is a tautomerism. Tautomerism, we know that it is one of the structural isomerism. Then now okay, this here only as a, not this one. This is a structure when it is treated with water, then this intermediate, this is a what we can call it as a nitrolinium ion. This we got over here. This is an intermediate obtained here. Now the water molecule trap this nitrolinium ion here like this, and this positive charge gets neutralized. After that we can write here R, then C, OH, double bond N and R dash, and after that we can show as a this structure, that is a tautomerism, where the small molecule like hydrogen shifted from here to one atom to another atom like this to get the another structure R, then C double bond O, NH, R dash. This is nothing but as a N substitute. This is an amide or N substituted amide. This is a mechanism which we have seen over here. It's a nice mechanism. Once you remember this mechanism, then and then you can able to predict the product based on that Beckmann. Different type of the, we can go on changing that R dash and R, you will get as a different type of the products over here. The acidic catalyst convert the hydroxyl group present on the nitrogen atom in enzymes to a good leaving group. Hydroxyl group is converted to water with H2SO4, that is the sulfuric acid. Second point, other reagents convert hydroxyl group to an ester leaving group. For example, with PCl5, phosphorus pentachloride, hydroxyl group is converted to ester of phosphoric acid, OPCl4, and with benzene sulfonyl chloride, C6H5SO2Cl, to the ester OSO2C6H5. Then loss of leaving group generate an electron deficient species which is accompanied by migration of an alkyl or aryl group from adjacent carbon to the electron deficient nitrogen, and the resultant nitrylinium ion, nitrylinium ion, the resultant nitrylinium ion traps water to give an amide as the final product. The driving force, remember, the driving force for the migration of an alkyl or aryl group is the formation of more stable cation, that is nitrylinium ion. Now let us look at as a migratory aptitude. Aptitude means a natural ability of that particular alkyl or aryl group, how it can migrate, how, whether it is migrating faster or slower, that type of the thing is a migratory aptitude. When migrating group is an aryl group, the electron donating substituent, suppose R is a aryl group, R dash is a aryl group, R dash is a aryl group, then migratory, we are talking about the migratory aptitude. Migratory aptitude means natural tendency of that group, the atom, how it can be migrated. So that is known as a migratory aptitude. And suppose When migrating group is an aryl group, the electron donating substituent like paramethyl or paramethoxy etc. strongly accelerate the rearrangement, while electron withdrawing group such as PNO2, PCl strongly retard the rearrangement. This is a migratory aptitude is an very important as per as this the concern over here. Migratory aptitude. If electron donating groups are there, if aryl groups there, then and then we will be getting the rate of migrating reaction are very fast. And if there is the electron withdrawing groups are present, then the rate of migratory aptitudes are very slow or strongly retard the rearrangement. And second one is the stereospecificity. Stereospecificity in an Beckmann rearrangement reaction also playing as a very important role. The reaction is highly stereospecific. That is, one and only one product is obtained. The group anti with respect to oxime hydroxyl group always migrates irrespective of relative migratory aptitude of the two groups attached to the carbon. So remember here, stereospecificity is also playing the important role in Beckmann rearrangement reaction. Suppose let us see here, if you have this type of the oxime here I am writing as a OCS3, then C double bond, then NOH, and here just I am showing one of the compound like this is a phenyl group and it will be treated with PCl5, phosphorus pentachloride. What kind of the product? Predict the product. You know the mechanism. How do you predict that product? Here you will be getting the product will be this one, C double bond O, then NH, then this OCS3. This will be the product you are going to get. Here N substituted amide, that is a acetanilide type of the compound we are going to get over here. And now the stereospecificity. Stereospecificity, look at this group is anti. Anti means what? Exactly opposite. This group is anti to that hydroxyl group, and therefore this group is migrated from here to nitrogen atom. Therefore this group is attached to that nitrogen atom here. That's why I am showing over here. Look at this part of the product over here, and this after treating with that water we are getting, because that intermediate nitronium ion trap the water and resulting compound formed as an amide over there, and that is a highly stereospecific. This is the only and this is the one and the only one product is obtained, and that reaction as a Beckmann rearrangement reaction is a very stereospecific reaction. Stereospecific reaction means one and only one product is obtained. So that is known as a stereospecificity. city. So that we are going to. Now suppose we have another example. Suppose you have this one NOH, then here will be a pH, and here methyl group, then it will be treated with H plus. This is also what we can call it as a Beckmann rearrangement reaction. And what do you get here? Me, then C double bond O, NH, then this will be the pH. That type of the compound you are going to get here, acetanilide, because here pH is anti to that hydroxyl group, and therefore it is going to migrate over here. And by observing the product, we can determine the what kind of the actual structure of that amide. And so this will be the, while studying as a application part, that we will see the I think next point we will discuss in our next lecture. I think let us stop today here. Remaining description of the Beckmann rearrangement reaction, more example we will see in our next lecture. Till then, have a nice day. Thank you.